Hey guys, Rich Graham here, veteran Navy SEAL and Chief Instructor for Full Spectrum Warrior. I'm here today with Steiner Optics, and we are going to talk about some of the key principles and tactics for clearing your home. After we go through some of these key principles, we're then going to give you a few drills that you can practice at home or at the range to continue to train these concepts and build your proficiency. So as we get started to talk about doing room clearing and all this stuff, one of the important things to understand with clearing any type of structure is this is an angles game. So for every step that I take into an angle, I'm exposing myself to an angle that I can't see. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of tactical teams will preach never do a one-man room entry. And normally you see tactical teams working with 2, 4, 6 plus people to move through a structure, right? So with this being said, in your home, maybe you don't have the luxury of having your whole team with you. It's just you, and now you need to do something. So let's just put a little disclaimer in there. As we get into this and you realize how exposed you can be doing this by yourself, one person, then we need to ask ourselves, is doing a one-man room clearance really the best tactic? And what you'll find is if you wait in a position, if you have a good position that we would call like an ambush position where you can wait for the bad guy to come to you, this may wind up being the superior position. So I would recommend that if you think there's a bad guy in your house or something like that, that we don't go confront them, that we find a good ambush position, let them come to us while we've called police. If they get to us before the police arrive, then we can defend ourselves from that ambush position. But I'm putting that out there, but I know what you guys are gonna do. You're gonna get all antsy and be like, not in my house, and you're gonna go look for the bad guy. So if we find ourselves in a position where we have to move through the structure by ourselves, let's talk about these different tactics and techniques that we're going to look at here. But just as a general rule, typically we don't want to move or clear a structure with one person because there's just too many times where we overexpose ourselves in a position where we can't look behind ourselves. So this will make more sense as we get into it, but just putting it out there, this is if we have to, worst case scenario, but this is how we would do it. Right, and here's some tactics and techniques that can increase our odds in the case that we need to utilize this skill.